and gentlemen, girls and boys, please stand and prepare for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, for liberty and justice for all.
Nice job, Jeremy. All right, how we doing out there, everybody? We doing all right? All right. Thank you. All right, guys, I want to welcome parents, students, distinguished guests. Today, we're here to celebrate student achievements in all forms here at the Pellerin Center. So, without further ado, I'll bring our first presenter up, our Vice Principal, Mr. Henderson.
Actually, I'm not Mr. Henderson, and I'm not the Vice Principal, but I'm still very important. I'm Miss Jackie, for those of you that don't know, and the Pellerin vision is Ohana, which means family. There is a saying that you can choose your friends, but not your family. But I don't believe this to be the case because it is possible to choose people who become just like family, your chosen family. And all of us are here today because we have chosen to be part of the Pellerin family. And the young man that I'm about to introduce is at the top of my chosen school family list. Alfonso Gutierrez, would you please join me? Oh yes, my darling. It makes me proud to call this student a member of our Pellerin family. Every single morning, he comes to the office door, taps on it and says, "Miss Jackie, is there anything I can do for you today?" And then he does whatever it is that I ask him to do, which is usually empty my van out. And then when he's finished, he wishes me a good day. And I know for a fact that there are many other people who have been witness to his thoughtfulness and good manners. And in addition to being the kind gentleman that he is, Alfonso maintains good grades and attendance. And it is because of all these qualities, plus many more, that I would like to tell Alfonso that I am honoured to be able to say that he is part of our family and to present him with the 2019 Ohana Award.
Thanks, Miss Jackie. Awesome. All right, now, finally, I'd like to welcome our Vice Principal, Mr. Henderson. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. Right now, I'm going to award the Most Improved Student Award. This is every year one of my favorite awards to hand out. It's always means something to me because I won it back when I was in high school and playing basketball, and it meant a lot to me, so it still does. It shows a lot of growth on a student's part. It usually means that somebody's not doing well and they've improved. So at this time, we're going to do it a little different because I've always talked about the student, but today I'm going to have Ms. McGuire talk about him. So can Ethan Coates and Mrs. McGuire come up here? So while he makes his way up, I would like to say something. And if I remember right, I want to say a word about his grandmother, Judy Brooks. Mrs. Brooks brought us her son in 2011. So we've known her for quite a while. It was a daily, if not weekly thing that we'd get a phone call saying that Mrs. Brooks on the way up to school, and And I don't know if she knew about it, but the office staff at the time would duck and try and get out of the front office. And they'd run back and tell me, and I would roll up my sleeves and I'd get ready for battle. And more often than not, I left with at least one of my back pockets missing from my back pants. The other day, Mrs. Brooks called our school up and she talked to Miss Rebecca Nell and said that she had an issue with something that was going on in the building. I happened to run into her in the parking lot as she was dropping off Ethan the next day. And you might not miss her. She's the one driving the big Humvee. I've actually seen tanks smaller than that vehicle. But she was driving it and I saw her, so I went up to see her. And I said, I understand you called yesterday. And she said, yeah, I did. And I said, well, we're aware of what's going on. We're looking into it. Give me a couple days. And she said, oh, thank you. So we don't hand out awards for most improved parents. But it was nice to be able to have built that trust over the years so that she knows that we really do have her child's interest in our hearts and what we're trying to do. And it hit me at the time that not only did she honor us with the privilege of working with her son, but now her grandson too. So, thank you.
Ethan, you started in 2015 and you told me, I don't do writing, I don't do reading, I don't do math. And you spent a year determined that you weren't going to do any of that. In 2016, you did a little math and a lot of English, as long as I let you do it your way. In 2017, you passed all of your English classes and almost all your math classes. This year, you have exceeded all expectations, and you've passed all your English requirements and your math to graduate. For a guy who doesn't do reading, writing, or math, you've done an awesome job, and I'm so proud of you. I've also watched you grow from a quiet student who kept to himself to a young man who makes sure everyone who comes in our classroom feels welcome and as if they belong there. I have no doubt you'll be successful as you transition into life outside of school. Again, I am so proud of you and how far you've become.
Up next, I'd like to bring up our art teacher, Ms. Corcoran.
Good morning, everyone. It never fails to challenge me to think of just one person every year to find the Art Award candidate, yet here I am again. Again, for all of my students this year who have put in their creative best and explored what some would consider being at times a terrifying place of being outside of your comfort zones, know that I've had all of you in mind during this thinking process. May I have Aljanae Davis please come up? Between this year and from what I have observed last year, Aljanae's natural flow of endless ideas and as well as her bottomless source of stamina to create some amazing original artwork couldn't help but be noticed. Aljanae generally keeps a quiet presence in my room whenever I had her as a student, but her ability to draw in others with her creative and constructive imagination made her presence well known and respected. Her ability to willfully take on required challenges, as well as her own creative challenges, has indirectly inspired others to step outside of their comfort zone to see what it's like to think creatively and grow personally. I am so happy to recognize Aljanae with the Art Award, especially since I feel that there will be a lot more to come next year as well. Thank you.
education at the Pellerin Center happens in the classroom, outside, and even in other venues. Some of you may not know, but we participate in AllNet events, which are physical and mental competitions between ourselves and other alternative schools in the area. We participate in such events as basketball, quiz bowl, soccer, and even a yearbook competition at the end of the year, among others. One student stood out in all of these competitions above all. I'd like to have Gabby Grice please come up. Hey, Gabby. You knew it happened. Gabby participated this year in our 2 volleyball tournaments, okay? And we have struggled, needless to say, in past years in volleyball, struggled badly. But this year, we had Gabby on the team. She collected an awesome team of girls to join us, and we were able to win both tournaments, first place, and actually go completely undefeated. That would be a 14-0 in the whole, between the 2 tournaments. So, pretty big for us, yeah. Now, she was so impactful that other coaches attempted to devise plans to keep the ball away from her and stop her from performing the way she does, okay? But it didn't work, obviously. Her hard work and dedication of her craft has proven she is worthy of this physical education award this year. I do want to say also, by the way, that the other coaches are really, really hoping you're graduating. So it's not just us, it's also the other coaches as well. They really want you to graduate. So I just want to say congratulations and thanks for all your hard work. She's also a varsity member at the L'Anse Creuse High School volleyball team, so fantastic athlete, so thank you. Yeah. All right, up next is Mr. Kavanaugh.
I have Gabriella Aguilar. Come up. Here. Thanks. This is the first of 4 math awards. I take great pleasure in awarding Gabby for one of the 2019 Annual Mathematics Awards. Gabby's been a diligent student pursuing her high school diploma. She's a capable and independent student that I've enjoyed having in over 6 of the math classes over the past 2 years. In her math classes, she's earned a grade point average of a 3.3 or so average, landing here in the top 3 this year, which will also earn her one of the math honor cords for graduation. Gabby has shown herself to be a dedicated and hardworking math student. If she has trouble on an assignment, she doesn't give up, but rather keeps on trying other methods before she asks for help if she needs it from me, until she actually completes the problem. Gabby's a very responsible and dependable student in her schoolwork. She's helpful and friendly in her relationships with others. So I'd like to present this math award to Gabby.
All right, up next, I'd like to welcome Mr. Kraft.
Haven't done this in a while. Brittany Johnston, please come up. When it came time this year to decide who would be receiving awards, I have to admit I struggled. It's been a rough year, and more where my attention has been than how good of a job Brittany's done, that it took me a while to recognize that she was deserving of this award. She's had the misfortune of being in a lot of my tougher classes, so she's surrounded by people who are causing drama and need a lot of attention for not the right reasons. And I hadn't noticed until it was brought to my attention and I took a serious look that for the last several months she's been quietly getting to work and knocking it out of the park every day. In the last 6 months, she's done about 2.5 years worth of math, and she's aced almost all of it. The one class that wasn't great is probably one of our hardest classes. Just comes in, quietly gets to work, doesn't cause problems, asks for help when she needs it, never causes an issue, and unfortunately, I almost missed that because of nonsense that has nothing to do with her, and that would have been a shame. So I'm very happy to present you this one.
All right. Up next, I'd like to welcome Mr. Bark.
Brendan Branham, can you come join me up here?
Go, Jeff.
Yes. So, thank you for dressing up, by the way. So, as Mr. Weir already said, I'm up here to present one of the 2 Social Studies Awards this morning. I would like to start with a quote that I tell all of you that take my world history classes, and maybe you can finish it for me. So, those that don't know history are doomed to repeat it. Thank you. At least some of you are paying attention. So, why would I ask that question here today? So, history is important, and learning history can help prevent the mistakes of the past from happening in the future. So today, I want to tell you about Mr. Branham right here, who is one of my brightest students, who is also somebody who definitely wants to learn history and learn from the mistakes of the past. So every day when Brendan comes in, he already knows what we're going to be doing because we do a lot of the same things every day. It's called routine. It's good for you guys. So he knows exactly what we're going to be doing, and he gets right down to it every day. Brendan does a great job of following directions, getting his work completed on time, often the first person to get his work completed. And he also wants to know more and more about history, so he can do what I tell you guys, as far as learning from the mistakes of the past to prevent them from happening in the future. So it is my great honor to award Mr. Brendan Branham the 2019 Social Studies Award. Thank you.
For our next award, I'd like to welcome Mr. B.
Do math.
Morning. All right, everyone in unison, I need this question answered. What day is it? Okay, the next student I'm going to present an award to is Kiana Jordan. Come on up, Kiana. So what happens here at the Pellerin Center, and you guys probably don't even know this, but we get a new student to the school, and the first month they are kicking butt, head down, working their butts off, and then they get friends. And when they get friends, I call them, all academic effort stops. So when Kiana came last year with the big old smile she has every day, I thought, well, look at her, she's working her butt off. So a month goes by, and she stops working. So I'm like, oh no. But she quickly corrected herself, and within a couple of weeks continued to work. And to this day, over 2 years now, she has worked hard almost every day, and with the same pleasant smile. And I've never seen a kid at the Pellerin Center smile every day at the Pellerin Center. So I am happy to award a math award to Kiana Jordan.
All right, it's your turn to sit around here. Next, I'd like to welcome Mrs. Monarch to this podium.
Good morning. I get to present the last of the 4 math awards, so I would like Savannah Odell to go up to the stage. It's my pleasure to nominate Savannah with the Pellerin Center Math Award. It was very hard for the math teachers to choose even just 4 students, but Savannah has some unique qualities which made her stand out. She is a very, very dedicated student with her academics. She has always taken thorough and organized notes, always completes her assignments, she asks questions, and what really stands out is Savannah even asks for additional practice problems when she found she has not mastered a particular concept. Savannah has always been a delight to have in class. She always comes in with a smile on her face. She's just an outstanding example of a responsible, respectful, and dedicated student, and it's my pleasure to award her this math award. Congratulations, Savannah.
All right, up next, I'd like to welcome Mr. Karamgard, or as some of you know, Mr. K.
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, young people and family members. How about a hand real quick for Mr. Weir and Miss Jackie for putting this together? My name is Mr. Karamgard, and I teach 9th grade history and 10th grade economics. I want to say first, it's an honor to be here in front of you all today as we recognize the students who are receiving awards for being outstanding, honorable, accountable, noble, and accomplished. I'd also like to recognize the family members of these young people that are here today who have supported them during their school years. What an honor for you to be here as well, to see them succeed and receive an honor after all the years of hard work. To see so many young people getting awards truly shows their commitment to excellence here at the Pellerin Center and their willingness to buy into the program of what we do as a staff every day, which I know can be challenging, but today shows that it works with these young people being honored today. My charge to you all, everyone in the middle, I want you to set a goal to try to be up here next year. Knowing you all personally, most of you, none of you are too far left, too far right, or too far behind to be awarded for working up to your true potential. You have shown that you are all educable, successful, and strong, uniquely talented. All of you are disciplined and capable of being up here next year. With that being said, could I have Andy Mignot come up here, please? Skylar, did you like how I put some of the Wappa Creed in there? Thank you.
Looking good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, Andy.
So, you're doing great. With that being said, the young person I'm honoring today for an Ohana Award has had the highest GPA in my social studies class for history for 2 straight terms, hovering above a 3.8 for both terms. This student has never missed an assignment, never had a late assignment. The student is always the first one done, has never been put out of the room or had a discipline issue, and always produces the highest quality of work with the least amount of difficulty. So with that being said, congratulations to Andy Mignot for the Social Studies Award for 2019.
All right. Up next, I'd like to welcome Ms. Powell to the podium. Thank you.
You did it, Kathy.
Yeah, it was fun. It was really fun to get just one of my students for this award. You know, I showed up about after first term last year. Riley, why don't you come on up? And it was a little bit of a struggle, but I'm so proud of Riley because I was the 4th teacher in 9 weeks. And Riley, we had our moments. But I'm so proud of you. You know, I know sometimes probably Riley walked into class and said, what does Miss Foley Morgan Powell, or whatever her name is now, have planned for us today?
But she weathered through it, and she got all her credits last year. And then I had her again this year, and she knocked it out of the park. And now she pops in to tell me about her day and all the things going on, and I'm so proud of all the progress she's made. Congratulations, Riley.
You'll never exceed 5 feet.
All right, it's me this time. All right, there is always drama at the Pallern Center. Bad drama happens in the hallways. Good drama happens in the drama room. Great drama happens in the drama room when Nigeia Thompson is in the room. So come on up, Nigeia. Now, Nigeia is a student who could easily go unnoticed in the classroom, doing her work in quiet, unassuming way. That is, until she has to perform in drama class. Nigeia is an awesome drama student. She's able to become different characters, takes direction very well, appears confident when performing, fulfills deadlines, and even switches roles at the last minute to help prevent a performance from being canceled. As a lot of you may know, we do take our drama class to the elementary schools around the district to perform their performance for their marking period. And Nigeia is amazing. Working with Nigeia is never boring. She can be opinionated, of course, and can always be counted on to speak up for others. We have enjoyed getting to know Nigeia. And in recognition of the hard work that she has done, I'd like to present her with the 2019 Drama Award. All right. Up next, I'm going to welcome back Miss Jackie.
Okay. There are many factors to take into consideration when deciding on how students are eligible to receive an award. Sometimes this decision is based on academics, sometimes it's based on extracurricular participation, and sometimes it is based on comments such as, "I should really receive that award this year because I deserve it," or else. And I think the student who said that to me knows who he is. So, Jeremy Kraut, please welcome up onto the stage. Never cross Miss Jackie. Jeremy Kraut, we have our disagreements. However, for once, I do agree with you. You do deserve this award. You are very enthusiastic and very talented, and you are a welcome member of drama class, having already taken part in Jack and the Beanstalk as Jack, and currently playing the role of Nurse Kiss It Better in Treasure Island. Do you know that story? No? You should do, because Nurse Kiss It Better is fantastic. Jeremy, you have a lot of energy, you are a great deal of fun, you're talented, and you are a great example to other students. And there is much, much more I could say about you, but I think that better remain between us, don't you? Yeah. It has been a delight to have worked with you. And I have two things left to say. You stupid boy! I trusted you, and look what you've done. You've won the Drama Award for 2019 for the boys.
Crimson cheer! Crimson cheer!
do like that. That was part of our play, by the way. So just in case everybody's wondering over there, was part of the play. All right. Up next, I'm going to re-welcome Mr. Henderson.
You know, just to let you know, we do tell parents that we'll do whatever it takes to get you guys through, so slap them. Not my normal way, but I'm going to present another Ohana Award. Miss Becky was the one who nominated this person. Unfortunately, she was unable to be here, so you guys get me again. So can Skylar and Lindsay come up here, please? So, Miss Becky nominated Skylar because of all the work that she has done for the Community Coalition and the Dialogue Day, working with the Life Skills program, which, if I'm understanding correctly, is working with middle school kids, working on life skills. And Miss Becky was very impressed with all the work that Skylar had done. I wholeheartedly supported that. Not that I had a say in it anyways, but I got to thinking about my dealings with Skylar, and I think that I have a pretty good story to share. A couple years ago, right about this time of the year, tragedy struck our school. One of our students was hurt. It did affect a lot of our students, and for those of you who remember Miss Brenda from last year, several of the students were working with her because they just did not feel like being in school, and it was completely understandable as to how heavy they were feeling. So I happened to walk in the room just to check, make sure that everybody was doing okay, and kind of a mini group session was going on. Do you remember that? And Skylar was kind of taking the lead of the group, and they were talking about different things that society puts upon people and how they best can handle it. And it was really fantastic because people were really sharing their grieving and their grief and the different things that they were going through. I remember sitting back there kind of looking at Skylar kind of take charge of the room, and I'm thinking, holy cow, we have like a civil rights activist on our hands here, because she started talking about the things that she wanted to do with her life and everything. And I know that nowadays activist can be kind of a bad word because of the political scene, but I think there's two kinds of activists. There's angry activists, which are not good, and then there's compassionate activists. And every time that I've ever had anything to do with Skylar, she's been showing somebody compassion and talking about bringing people up and making them better. And for that reason, she's won the Ohana Award this year.
Can I have Julie Kidder, Nathaniel Penrod, and Haley Warner please come to the stage? A good leader has many qualities. Each of these students has different leadership skills, making each of them an excellent role model for other students. Nathaniel, Haley, and Julie all take pride in our school and have given their time to participate in extracurricular activities such as SAT and Student Council. They have all taken part in events which have benefited the wider community.
Nathaniel's strength, excuse me, Nathaniel's strength is that he is an excellent motivator and exudes enthusiasm. He's consistent because he actually won the Leadership Award in 2018, right? I gave it to you, didn't I? Haley is kind and authoritative. And she is also consistent because she received the Ohana Award 2018. And Julie is empathetic and focused, and she has a goal. She wants to become the president of Student Council.
Of course, these students have many, many other attributes, too numerous to mention. Individually, these students are good leaders. Combined, they make our school great, and each is more than deserving to receive the 2019 Leadership Awards. Up next, I'd like to welcome Mr. Brian Elise.
Thank you all for coming. I have the honor of awarding the Community Service Awards. It was good to see this year, our program doesn't require community service, but a lot of students come to us with those hours already. And from my past memory, I cannot say that we've had a larger list of kids who have donated and volunteered their time back to the community, which is an awesome thing. So for all of you that have volunteered or continue to volunteer, I want to give you guys a big round of applause. Despite the fact that we don't require community service, we do recognize students' efforts. So students that have reached the 40 hours will be recognized. But I have two special individuals who went way beyond the 40 hours. And it appears to me that they found something, a passion that they enjoy to do. So can I get Mia Zarka and Anna Gentz to please come up to the stage? So when you reach a certain mark in hours, you are eligible for the Presidential Award for volunteer. Ms. Zarka spread her, obviously is big in education because she volunteered a lot of time at Baker College and both of the local high schools here in our district. She acquired 152.5 total hours of community service. Ms. Gentz apparently has a passion that's close to my heart, as most of her hours were spent at PetSmart. She acquired 161.15 total hours. So it's my honor to award both of them the Presidential Award. They get a pin showing off their efforts and a certificate that goes along with it.
All right, one more time, we're going to welcome Mr. Henderson back to the podium.
Getting a little tired for all these labs. I'm used to just sitting in my office. Okay, so it comes to the time to where we're gonna do a couple principal awards, and I get to do it first, and then Mr. G is gonna do the second one. So at this time, can I have Jalen Brooks please come to the stage? So I get to tell stories about Jalen. So Jalen came to us as a freshman out of Virginia. And he was very, very quiet when he first came to us. Our first real experience with him, and I'm gonna tell a bad story here, was he got in a fight. Somebody had some words with him in the lunch line and started more or less attacking Jalen, and he was a reluctant person at the time. Eventually decided, no, I've got to do something, so he hit him. I never went back to see it on film, but what I'm told is he hit him one time, split his lip, guy needed stitches, and instead of Jalen continuing to hit him, Jalen stopped and said, "Oh my God, you need help," and then began to help the guy to get some medical treatment. Thing like that kind of raises your eyebrows a little bit because it says, maybe this guy's got a little bit of character about him. Not that he is a character, but that he has character. And what they say about character is that it's not what you do when people are looking, but it's what you do when people are not looking. So we kind of had our eye on Jalen to see what he was going to do over the next little bit. And unfortunately, he went and he got into another fight. So now we have our other eyebrow raised, trying to figure out, okay, what's this guy got? Well, what he's had for the last 3.5 years is just hard work, comes in every day, rolls up the sleeves, he perseveres. He earned credit in just about every class that he took. The ones that he didn't earn credit in were the ones that he wasn't supposed to because he finished the class early and he started one late in the term. Just very, very consistent. I'm convinced that after watching him for 3.5 years, he's going to be very successful. I can't say I've gotten to know Jalen a lot. I see him at his job all the time. But one thing that I can say is that he's grown into a fine young man. For the first 3.5 years, I wasn't able to understand what he was saying the first time around, and I had to ask him to repeat it. And the other day, for the first time, he actually answered my question, and we were able to carry on the conversation that was comfortable for me. So his confidence is growing, his maturity is growing. He's going to do a wonderful job, and because of all of his hard work, he is this year one of this year's Principal Award winners.
Very good. All right. For our next award, we're going to welcome up our principal, Mr. Glombowski.
Good morning, Pellerin Center. Thank you again for your patience this morning. I find it very important and worthy to spend time together to recognize some of the things you guys done as we spent our time together. Each year, I do feel fortunate enough to select one of the 2 recipients of the Principal's Award. You guys don't know this, but every year I begin this search at the beginning of the school year. I look for students who are self-motivated, hungry, self-disciplined. I also look for those students that exhibit the Ohana behaviors we ask for. You've heard this many, many times throughout the school year on the announcements. Ohana behaviors include, but are not limited to, outstanding, honorable, noble, and accomplished. I look for these special students who set an example for meeting academic goals, showing academic growth, and making personal growth, not only on their NWA assessments while attending school, but also attending school regularly and carrying through with their goals. My choice for the 2019 Pellerin Center Principals Award goes to Danae Thomas. Danae, please join me. I'm going to tell you a little bit about Danae as she walks up on stage. Danae came to us from Warren's Fitzgerald School District prior to joining us at the Pellerin Center. She's been with us for a couple years now. During her time here, Danae's been very active, been very successful at her efforts. She puts forth the effort to work hard and get the necessary and accomplish the necessary goals. She makes academic progress each and every quarter while keeping 2 jobs and commuting well over 10 miles one way to school. This school year, Danae is on track to complete a total of 11 full credits, and because of these efforts, she is now on track to become a 2019 graduate. Danae has recently completed, and I know this because I had to sign off and send it myself, her application to Wayne State University. She plans to pursue a possible career in education in the field of pediatric nursing. I believe with her good character, her determination, hard work, Danae can accomplish anything she sets her mind to, and I hope you guys take note. 2019 Principals Award for the Pellerin Center, Danae Thomas.
Next, I'd like to welcome up Student Council members Julie Kidder and Jeremy Kraut to present the Staff Member of the Year Award as voted by the students here at the Pellerin Center.
Good morning. We are honored to have been chosen as student council members to announce the 2019 Staff Member Year Award. This person has worked here for 5 years now, is straightforward and very positive mentor to students.
This person is honest, outgoing, cares about students, listens, and motivates. So let's be glad and not sad. Ladies and gentlemen, as voted by the students, please welcome to the stage the winner of the 2019 Staff Member of the Year Award, Mr. Bark.
Thank you.
All right, now I promise this is the last time I'm going to welcome, who do you think? Mr. Henderson back to the podium. All right.
Okay, no stories this time, other than just this one. I'm going to announce the Honor Code winners for 2019. As I call your name, please stand up. Please hold the applause until we get everybody standing, and then I will move on to the next session. So those who won the English Honor Code this year, criteria was a Pellerin Center English GPA, steady attendance, and outstanding character. We have 9 winners, so if you're out there, please stand. Gabriella Aguilera, Jalen Brooks, Patrick Chase, Adrian Fitz, Jeremy Kraut, Nathaniel Penrod, Mondale Smiley, and Ray Stedanikis. Is everybody standing? Good job, guys. The Math Honor Cord winners this year, overall GPA in math classes above 2.8 or C+. Gabriella Aguilera, Juliana Alant, Joe Gordon, Alessandro Masseretini, Nathaniel Penrod, Latavia Rome, Brianna Shack, Monday Smiley, and Malik Wolford. Please stand up. Okay. Social Studies. Growth and enthusiasm towards social studies classes shown from the time they started at Pellerin to graduation. Please stand up. Anna Gentz, Joe Gordon, Megan Jones, Latavia Rome, and Mondale Smiley. Good job. Science. Overall science GPA ranging from 4 to 2.8, and they need to complete 3 terms at DPC. Juliana Alant, Tizir Brandmart, Devin Gainey, Tyler Johnson, Brittany Johnston, Jeremy Kraut, Abigail McGuffin, Quentin Myers, Brianna Shack, Mondale Smiley, Haley Warnack, and Taylor Wilhite. For the parents wondering why there are not more people standing up, most of these people, or a lot of these people, have already graduated and just waiting for the graduation ceremony in a couple weeks. Leadership. Outstanding leadership at Pellerin through one of our school clubs. We have 5. Dawson Bologna, Jeremy Kraut, Shane McKernan, Nathaniel Penrod, and Haley Warnack. Good job. We have 19 art honor cords going out. Outstanding hard work and effort in art. Gabriella Aguilera, is that about your 6th one? Tazier Brandemart, Ethan Coates, Jasmine Kierton Wilson, Dominic Diola, Devin Gainey, Anna Gentz, Kayla Johnson, Jeremy Kraut, Skylar Lindsay, Alessandro Massaratini, Lucian Morris, Nathaniel Penrod, Latavia Rome, Brianna Shack, Chalk Jack, Mondale Smiley, Monday Smiley, Brittany Thomas, and Andrea Vasquez. Community service. Criteria is over 40 hours of community service. We have 10. Gabriella Aguilera, Juliana Lant, Dawson Bologna, Anna Gentz, Coda Grabowski, Abigail McGuffin, Lucian Morris, Caitlin Pena, Josh Retkowski, and Mia Zarka. The last one is for GPA, for those people with over a 3.0 grade point average. Gabriella Aguilera, see a pattern here? Adrian Fitz, Anna Gentz, Joe Gordon, Jeremy Kraut, Chase Patrick, Nathaniel Penrod, Ray Stadanikas, and Haley Warnack. Thank you, everybody.
All right, guys, thank you so much. I'm going to close the program with just a couple announcements. First off, I want to say if myself or Miss Jackie personally gave you an award, please stay after and come take a picture with us because we didn't get to take a picture with you. Secondly, all students of the Pellerin Center, thank you for being a great audience. Really appreciate that. We'll be returning to our 3rd hour, so you'll be going back to 3rd hour, just so everybody heard. What hour? Love it. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you listening. All right. Guys, I want to thank you all so very much. This stuff could not be done without the help of many, okay? Miss Jackie, Miss Nadine, and everybody else on the staff. Thank you guys all so much. Appreciate everybody. Have a great day, guys. Thank you again.
I have you 3rd hour.
All right.